Hi guys, and welcome to day 3 of Galley-a-thon. So you will all know that every day this week I am going to be posting a video, and I thought this time, obviously we're on the NetGalley trail. I did the NetGalley haul on Monday, I did the NetGalley book tag yesterday. Today is going to be guessing my NetGalley ARC books plots by their cover. And I want to make it clear, I have absolutely no idea what these plots are. I know some of you might be thinking, you said all of the plots in your NetGalley haul, so you must know. I actually am filming this video before I film the NetGalley haul, just to make sure that I have no idea what the plots are. So, when it comes to the books, I have a list of books here. I currently have 16 on my NetGalley TBR, which you will know from my haul, and I chose a random 5 that I thought, I could probably do a decent guess from that. So the books I've chosen are Safe by S.K. Barnett, Dark Waters by G. H. Halliday, The Extraordinary Hope of Dawn Brightside by Jessica Rinn, The Silent Wife by Karen Slaughter, and I Made a Mistake by Jane Corrie. So I will put the pictures up here so that you can tell, and I will do a bit of an analysis of the front cover and let you know what I think the plot's going to be about. And then at the end, I will actually go through the plot and let you know how right I was. Are you confident I can do it? I'm not. I have them on my laptop, so I will be looking at them from my laptop. You'll see it here, so it's fine. You'll know. Okay, so Safe. There's a little girl on a grass. She's holding what appears to be a teddy. Your child goes missing. Now she's home. But is she? So, that girl looks like she's wearing a dress, like a school dress. So I'm going to say she's wearing a school uniform. So she goes missing as a child. I'm going to say she goes missing during primary school, probably before the age of 10. Okay, right, so she goes missing the age of 10, and then she gets found a few years later. Should we say a few years? I don't know if she'd be in the school uniform if she came back as like a 20-year-old, so 10 years is probably a bit too much. I'd say she'd come back 5 years later. So let's say if she was under the age of 10, she'll be anywhere between primary school age. I'd say anywhere between the age of currently 10 and 15. That's my guess. So she arrives home. She's found. She's whatever. She's back because it says now she's home. So she's back between the age of 10 and 15, but she's a little different. Obviously, they are originally going to chalk it down to the fact that she's traumatized. Whatever she's been through, obviously that is a good explanation of why she's a bit different. But bit by bit, they start noticing something else. And the child's a little bit more crazy. The child puts herself and other people in danger, I'm going to say. And there's going to be a big thing at the end, and it's not really going to be a twist because, let's face it, we're probably going to get it right. The child isn't their child. It's someone else that was just accidentally mistaken, and the child was so messed up they went back, but the child's gone a bit insane. And that's my prediction. Unless, secondary prediction right now, this child is their child, but because she is so messed up, they can't cope with it, and this child assumes that the parents, when they lost her the first time, didn't want her. She's been brainwashed, and she's now on a bit of a revenge kick for the parents for saying, how can you get rid of me? Oh, I like that plot more. I want it to be that plot. It's going to be none of the plots, but that's my prediction for that plot. Okay, I'm just going to read the blurb and see if I was kind of on the right track. So, bugger off, advert. So, Goodreads. I'm going to read all of these from the Goodreads plot. A kidnapped girl survived 12 nightmarish years. Oh, she was gone for 12. Okay, that's interesting. 12 nightmarish years. Now she's safely back home. Or is she? Jenny Crystal was 6 years old when she was snatched off the sidewalk from her quiet suburban neighbourhood. Okay, we got that right, just based off the front. She was a young girl, definitely primary school age, under the age of 10. I did say that. But the fact that she was gone for so long is actually quite surprising, because if she was an older... She's going to be 18, won't she? So it's going to be very strange that she's come back, but the front cover had her in a school uniform. Okay. 12 years later, she's miraculously returned home after escaping her kidnappers. But as her parents and younger brother welcome her back, the questions begin to mount. Where has she been all of these years? Why is she back now? And is home really the safest place for her, or for any of them? Right. Okay. I don't really know what to make of that. It sounds like I could be right. Obviously something's changed with her. She's very different. They probably will chalk it down to the fact that she's been missing. But is home really safe for her now? And that's going to be interesting. Changes my view. Maybe it's a bit like a Stockholm syndrome. She's become close to her kidnapper, and going home, she's gone for a reason. Maybe she's gone to rob from her parents or something. But, I mean, would you really do that? I don't know. I feel as though my prediction wasn't that bad, and a lot of my prediction is potential spoiler territory, so it wouldn't have been revealed in the blurb. So I think I'm all right with that. So next one is Dark Waters by G.R. Halliday. So it's obviously like a bit of a forest. There's going to be a lot of smoke, bad weather. So I'm going to say it's going to be a bit like, I'm going to say something similar to The Guest List, or a bit like the Agatha Christie and Then There Were None style. They go to an island, a bit of a holiday resort, something like that. Then it says, 3 mistakes, 2 murders, 1 more victim to go. So they've all been lured there. Oh, hang on, at the bottom. A D.I. Monica Kennedy novel. Right, so it's a police detective novel. That I did not know. Right, so a police detective is going to be a bit like Poirot, I'm going to guess. I've never read any of these books. I have no idea if it's going to be like Poirot. But a police detective is going to be invited with the rest of them to like this retreat resort. Maybe they all go for a reason. Could be a wedding like The Guest List. Could be something. Anything. We don't know. I'm going to say they all get invited to this island. Then, I think this actually could just be the plot of And Then There Were None. 3 mistakes, 2 murders, 1 more to go. So I think this D.I. Monica Kennedy, who's the police person, I'm going to assume, I think she's the 1 more to go. I think they're all going to go. 3 people are going to go to this. 2 of them are going to get murdered, which, if that's true, I'd be very disappointed because it's told me right from the off who's going to get killed. 1 more to go. So I think 2 of them will get killed. D.I. Monica's going to be on it. She's going to be smart ass trying to find out who the killer is. And she's going to be the 3rd victim. And it's going to become like a game of cat and mouse to try and figure out who it is. And it'll involve flashbacks. There will be one person who they've all wronged, all 3 of the people that get killed. That's my prediction. I think it'll be like that. Very much like the And Then There Were None. They get lured to this place. They get killed. They can't escape. Detective looking around trying to find the answers. She could potentially become one of the victims, and she'll probably win in the end. So, that's my prediction. Let's see what it says. Ooh, so back. Okay, here we go. Annabelle loves to drive. It helps her escape her world, her past. Speeding on a mountain road in the Scottish Highlands, she sees a little girl step out in front of her. She swerves to avoid her. The next thing Annabelle remembers is waking up in a dark, damp room. A voice from the corner of the room says, "The doctor will see you now." Scott is camping in the woodlands in the Scottish Highlands, but in the middle of the night he hears something outside his tent. When he goes to have a look, a little girl is standing amongst the trees, staring right at him. Scott is never seen again. When a dismembered body is discovered, D.I. Monica Kennedy gets called to the scene immediately. After 6 months away from the serious crimes team, they need her back on board. As Monica searches for the murderer, another body is found. Monica knows the signs. She's on the hunt for a serial killer. Ooh, that sounds really interesting. Probably sounds more interesting than my plot, to be honest. So this girl goes driving around. She swerves to avoid this little girl. This little girl. Okay, is it going to be a bit supernaturally if this little girl appears there and there? Or is it going to be like the serial killer is brainwashing the child into being involved in these murders? Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, my prediction was wrong, but I liked that. That was fun. Okay, next. The Extraordinary Hope of Dawn Brightside by Jessica Rinn. So, bright cover. It's going to be a bit more of a light-hearted book. It's going to be easy and fun. I do like how the birds have kind of popped out of Extraordinary, like it's a bit of a da-da thing. I like that. There's a woman carrying a bike. I think it's going to be about a young woman who's unlucky in love, unlucky in life, and she just constantly positive. She's like, yes, I can do this. Yeah. Oh no, I fell down a grid. It's fine. I just wanted to be a bit closer to the floor. I'm living my life, loving it. Everything's right. I just imagine that's going to be her kind of thing. And she's going to be very positive. She's going to be called Dawn Brightside. She's going to be extremely hopeful and positive all the time. And then it says she's not lost. She's just waiting to be found. So she's on a hunt for love. She's not doing well in love. But I have a feeling she's going to go through her life. She's going to be a clumsy little self. She's going to have a bit of a struggle, but she's going to battle it all. It'll be fine. And she's going to try and find the love of her life for so long. And then she'll find it because everyone loves a happy ending. So, let's see how my prediction goes with that one. I would like to believe that is perfectly correct because there's nothing better for me because I don't read a lot of romance or anything like that. There's nothing better for me than guessing the plot of a romance and people who are urging me to read the book like, no, you'll love it. And I'm like, I can tell you the entire plot. It's going to be this. And everyone's just sat there like, all right. I love it. Okay. She's always looking on the bright side. Got it right. Dawn Elizabeth Brightside has been running from her past for 22 years and 2 months precisely. When she's offered a bed in St. Jude's Hostel for the homeless, it means so much more than just a roof over her head. But with St. Jude's threatened with closure, Dawn worries that everything is about to crumble around her all over again. Perhaps with a little help from her new friends, she can find a way to save this light in the darkness. And maybe, just maybe, Dawn will finally have a place to call home. Oh, that sounds precious. Oh, it doesn't sound like a romancy novel, which, to be fair, it did. She's not lost, she's just waiting to be found. It's kind of a cliche romance thing, but it sounds like she's having a really hard time of her life. She's all right, she's fine, she's positive, but she's homeless. That's really sad. It seems as though she doesn't really have any friends, and now she's living in this hostel. She'll make friends. Oh, that sounds so refreshing. I want to read this. I might just scrap my NetGalley TBR and just read this instead. I'm excited to read this now. Is this going to change what I want to read? Okay, so I was wrong with that one. But so far, when I've been wrong, these plots sound a lot better than the one I'm predicting. So I'm happy with that. The only one I think mine sounds really good is the first one. And we don't know if I'm right or wrong, really. Okay, The Silent Wife by Karen Slaughter. Not really much to go on. It's dark, obviously. There's a red bow. So it's like a plait with a red bow in it. So I have a feeling that looks like a young girl. And it says someone's watching you. So I don't really have anything else to go on. There really isn't anything else to go on, is there? Blimey. Alright. This is the hardest one. I'm going to say they have a child. Husband and wife had a child. The child goes missing. And that's who the little girl on the front cover is. The child goes missing. And the wife just has a complete breakdown. She's silent. She doesn't deal with it very well. Closes herself off from her husband. And this is the husband's story of trying to have a good relationship with his wife, trying to find out what happens to the child, and then something's going to happen. They might get sent a lock of her ponytail when she gets kidnapped. But the wife just stays silent. Maybe the wife has something to do with it, and that's why she's staying silent and not getting involved. They assume it's a breakdown. The wife is really just feeling very guilty because of her part in this. Oh, I like that plot. It's gonna be wrong, but I like that plot. That is my prediction, though. So let's see how I'm doing. Where's Goodreads? There's Goodreads. Will Trent 10? Bloody hell! I've never read a Will Trent. Hope it don't matter if I read them out of order. Okay. Atlanta, Georgia. Present day. A young woman is brutally attacked and left for dead. The police investigate, but the trail goes cold until a chance assignment takes GBI investigator Will Trent to the state penitentiary and to a prisoner who says he recognises the MO. The attack looks identical to the one he was accused of 8 years earlier. The prisoner's always insisted that he was innocent, and now he's sure he has proof. The killer is still out there. As Will digs into both crimes, it becomes clear he must solve the original case in order to reach the truth. Yet, nearly a decade has passed. Time for memories to fade, witnesses to vanish, evidence to disappear. Evidence to disappear. And now, he needs medical examiner Sarah Linton to help him hunt down a ruthless murderer. But when the past and present collide, everything Will values is at stake. Right, that doesn't really sound anything wifey related. It doesn't sound related. Obviously, a young woman brutally attacked and left for dead. That's probably her on the front cover. But it doesn't give anything, like any sort of hint as to why it's called The Silent Wife. Like, who is the wife? I want to know more about who this wife is. Why is she silent? So, I think I should win that one. I don't think I was right. Obviously, I don't get a point for winning that. There are no points in this game. I don't understand why. But I like my plot better. So I'm going to call that a win for me. Now the final one is I Made a Mistake by Jane Corrie. And I can't say Corrie without laughing. If you're from England, you know what Corrie is. Okay, so I Made a Mistake by Jane Corrie. Let's see what it is. It's obviously dark, so it's going to be a thriller. There's rain, there's leaves, so a bit of a stalking thing going on, because the way it looks is there's someone hid in a bush, peering out, and you can see this woman walking. So I think someone's being stalked. It started with a kiss and ended with murder. Right, alright, I have a suspicion now. I think it's going to be about a stalker guy. This girl is... I'm going to talk from the girl's perspective. I think it'll be from the girl's perspective. She is going to be on a night out with her friends, you know, partying, discoing, you know, whoop, 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 all that. And she'll just be partying, she'll see this fella, she'll be like, oh, bit of me. And she'll just end up snogging him. Go for a bit of a snog, it'd be fine. And then her and her friends go home. Then she'll start getting a text message or a bit of a letter left. And I think the guy that she's kissed is going to become very obsessed with her. He's going to stalk her. Eventually, I imagine it being a bit like You. I've never read You, never seen You, but I do know what the plot of You is. I imagine it being like that. A bit of a stalker, a bit obsessed with her, and I think I made a mistake. He will say that to her. Obviously, this is something I can't tell you from the blurb, but I think he made a mistake because he is going to kill. Maybe this girl's married. Maybe he kills her husband so that she can be with him. That's what I like my plot is, and he's saying, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. So, I like that idea. I don't think that's going to be right, but I do like that idea. I don't know why I don't think it's going to be right. I don't think it's going to be right because it sounds a bit too much like You. So, let's see what it says. You didn't mean to do it. It was only once, but now he's dead and someone has to pay. Oh, that's interesting because this is just kind of flipped if it's a stalker thing. Let's see. In Poppy Page's mind, there are two types of women in this world. Those who are faithful to their husband and those who are not. Until now, Poppy has never questioned which she was. Oh, so that sounds right. She's married. Poppy's our main character. She's married and she snogs someone else, even though she says, no, I would never do that to my husband. And then she goes tonguing someone. But when a handsome, charming Matthew Gordon walks into her life after almost 2 decades, that changes. Poppy makes a single mistake, and that mistake would be far more dangerous than she could imagine. Someone is going to pay for it with their life. Oh, okay. I think I'm on a very similar track, really. I don't think I'm exactly right, because I don't think the guy she kissed is going to become obsessed. I think she's going to kiss this guy. He's going to fall for her. The husband is going to be like, bitch, what have you done? Husband's going to be a bit controlling, and the husband will kill someone. Or she will kill her husband in self-defense. Them are predictions. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so that was it. That was fun. That was fun for me. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have read any of these books, because I'm really interested. They're all arcs, so let me know. Some of them are probably out. But let me know if you liked my plot or theirs better, because obviously I didn't do too well in guessing the plots. And if you drop a comment down below telling me what plot you preferred, I will give you an entry into the giveaway because I am lovely and just what the hell, why not? So just let me know what you preferred. Do you like my plot? Do you like the original plot better? Are there any plots that I said and you just sat there like, that's a terrible plot, that is the worst? Please just give me a comment. I'm really interested to know what you guys think. And really, that is it from me. So thanks so much for watching. Please let us know how you are doing so far in Galliathon. Keep an eye out on Brooke's channel again, where she will be doing her daily vlogs, and keep an eye out on our Twitter because we're going to be doing quick live sprints. We're going to be doing a lot of fun daily challenges, activities. If you've been doing it all week, you know what I'm doing. If you've not, check it out. You can get entries to the giveaway. You can win. It's a lot of fun. Join in. So other than that, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Galliathon.